Today I want to show you a really easy way to build a deadlift platform that's quick and doesn't cost a lot of money. You're only going to need a few items, so you're going to need a piece of plywood. This is 17mm structural plywood. You can get from any hardware store. I got this from Bunnings. And you can ask them at the cut shop to cut it up for free. And this is cut to 2 meters long by 1 meter wide. You're going to need 2 gym mats. So each of these gym mats are 1 meter by 1 meter. So you can see that the rubber mats are going to go onto the timber. They're 1 meter by 1 meter, and the wood's been cut to 2 by 1 meters. You're just going to need some screws. These are 30mm screws. The rubber mats are 15mm thick. The timber is 17mm thick, and we've got 30mm screws. You're going to need some washers and just a power drill. The build is really easy. We're going to lay the rubber onto the wood, and we're going to screw the rubber into place. I'm going to show you how it's done now. All right, step one is we're just going to lay the rubber where we want them. So that's going to be on the piece of wood. So these are 15mm thick pieces of rubber. That is, there we go, that fits nicely. And we're just going to slide that until we're happy. Okay, so we've got the rubber where we want it to be. And now all we need to do is drill it into place. The rubber is 15mm thick, and the timber is 17mm thick. So combined, that's 32mm thick. And I've got 30mm screws. So these screws will go all the way through without actually hitting the concrete beneath. Make sure you get screws that aren't longer than the combined width of it all. Otherwise, you'll end up hitting whatever surface you have below, so concrete or whatever. Best spots to drill are going to be in the corners. Be considerate. You definitely want to use washers because the rubber is quite soft, and there's a risk of the screw getting lost in the rubber or going too deep. Now I'm going to drill 8 screws into this whole thing, so 1 in each corner of the rubber mats. So I've got more screws than I need, but that's fine. So for symmetry's sake, you want to try to have them just as far off the corner as all the others, but I mean, from a functional point of view, it doesn't make a difference. All right, done. You get that? Okay, so that's it. It's a really easy build. Just a piece of wood, some rubber on it, drill the rubber to the wood, and you're done. It's very basic, so don't be put off by how hard you think it's going to be. Anybody, you don't need any skills whatsoever to be able to put this together. If you do want to be a little bit more creative and make it a little bit better, I guess, a few things that you might consider is just having a longer platform. Now this platform is 2 meters, simply because the rubber comes in 1 meter by 1 meter squares, so it's just easiest to make it 2 meters long. But as you can see, the barbell hangs over the edge of the platform, which isn't a problem because the weights don't actually hang over the edge of the platform. But I mean, if you wanted to make the deadlift platform longer, you could. A standard barbell, a 7-foot barbell's I think 2200 mils long, and yeah, the platform's only 2 meters long, so you can make it longer. You could also make it wider, but again, you'll just need more rubber, and you'll have to cut the rubber, which can be a bit annoying. You could consider getting thicker wood, so instead of using 17mm timber, you could use 19mm timber. And you could even consider putting a layer of rubber on the bottom of the platform again, just to dampen a bit more noise again. And lastly, I would recommend gluing the rubber to the platform. So you can get commercial grade glue that glues wood to rubber. And that's a really good way to stop the rubber from folding as you roll the bar along the platform, although that's a pretty minor issue. So all in all, it's a really easy build. Shouldn't take much time at all. Costs less than $100. The timber cost 70 Australian dollars. And gym mats, you can get them cheap online. There's always someone selling them secondhand for $15 a tile. So you can make this really easily. And it's just a really great addition to any kind of home gym or workout space. So, and one last thing actually, if you wanted to make it a bit fancier, is you could use higher quality rubber. So instead of using just generic gym matting, you could get a much more expensive, a much nicer, denser rubber. That's 1,000 kilos per cubic meter density would be really good. But again, that just adds to the cost and isn't really necessary. So as I was saying, if you enjoy this video, leave a comment in the comment section below. If you have any questions, let me know as well, and I'll talk to you next time.